Growing up, my idols were, the obvious filmmakers like Spielberg initially, later Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, those type of guys. Mainly Spielberg as a kid. Raiders of the Lost Ark was more of a mind-blowing movie for myself. The moment that I knew I wanted to direct, I just remember going with a babysitter at the time to go see a period film, and me and my brother both were kicking and screaming because we didn't want to see this period film. When that boulder started rolling down after Harrison Ford, and from that moment on, we were just blown away. I think Raiders is the first time we saw like movie magic happening in sight and sound. That was maybe the first time that was like Dolby Stereo. There was that, and I think Scarface, that was another movie that led to me going, whatever it is that's going on here, I want to be involved in it. My brother and I don't really argue about film. We have similar aesthetics, even though we're very different. What few people know about twins is they're actually extremely different.
It literally feels like a lifetime ago, but I still remember the shit like it was just...
Working with Dr. Dre, he's a gem. He's not only a gem to work with, but he's obviously a genius. We've talked about working together and over the past 20 years, and this is the first project that just actually naturally happened, the I Need a Doctor video. It's good to work with a guy that's laid back and cool, and he's quite the genius at that, what he does. I think each video is different as far as the amount of prep work that goes into it. This one was quite a few days because it came before the holidays and we were shooting it after the holidays. And just working with Dre, period, he's a wise man that doesn't rush into anything, and he likes to make sure things are marinating and stewing properly.
Don't leave us like that, man, 'cause
I have a lot of stories about working with Tupac. And in particular, I think most people don't realize he actually was a really funny guy. That's how I met Tupac. He was the funny guy in the room. He was the guy that would be roasting everybody in the room. And so to tell one story about Tupac, it just, there's some dramatic ones and dark ones, and there's actually very humorous ones. And nothing comes to mind immediately but the fact that he was a very funny individual, and few people would know that.
It's almost like you're begging for my help, like I'm your leader.
I've never been in a position where I had a concept where an artist wasn't feeling, because I always sit down with the artist first and want to know what they're feeling. So to be in a position where, like again, you're submitting a concept blindly to an artist you've never met, I just wouldn't want to be in that position. It's an awkward position to be in. Everything starts with the artist anyway. You hear the song, and I'd rather hear what the artist is feeling. And if I can't hear what the artist is feeling, I'd rather not do the job.
But I ain't giving up faith, and you ain't giving up on me.
The most exciting movie I've ever directed were all of them, I don't think one is more exciting than the other. I think they get more nuanced and different, I think Book of Eli is the most exciting thus far because it's the most recent. But I always feel like the best is ahead of me. Yeah, my favorite music video that I've done so far is I Need a Doctor, of course. My favorite video of all time would be a close race between 9 Inch Nails' Closer and, ironically, same director, Johnny Cash Hurt. The question of who I consider my peers would only be answered by my peers, because I don't know how you answer that question. That's like saying, I'm an artist. I think it's up to other people to decide whether you're an artist or not, The artist I like to work with that I haven't worked with yet would have to be Sade. Sade is such an elegant, regal, classy anomaly. It's like royalty. And something about her and that mystique that I find fascinating.
What you got inside the booth, told you, like smoke with the friends.
Music video preparation and feature film preparation is completely different. Music video is like anything goes, and it's kind of crazy, that process, It's the record business, baby. And the feature business is more patient, it's like shopping for produce, thinking about cooking this great meal, and it's a process. Music video is like, it's actually funny the difference between making a music video and a film, and we don't really want to talk about that, do we? You can say what your next film project is, and I've made the mistake of doing this, and then it ends up not being that all the time. You never know what your next film project is. You may think it's A and it ends up being C, and then all of a sudden B comes along. So I know what I want to make next, and hopefully it'll get done, so we'll see.